Hello everybody, my name is Justin and today I'm going to present to you the good and the weak points of Dying Light the Beast. So I was playing Dying Light the Beast today and I noticed some things that I really liked and some things that I didn't like. Everything was recorded and screenshotted with the game being set to maximum settings currently because ray tracing still hasn't been added to the game to this day, even though the developers clearly showed DXR was working in game when they showed the pre-release trailers. And so I'll show you guys right now what I'm talking about. So I have a lot of criticism for this game because in my opinion it's inferior to Dying Light 2 in many regards. Because in Dying Light 2 there weren't issues with your hand clipping or ledge grabbing or anything like that. It looked natural, it looked good. It looked good. And like after the beast dropped, I realized how good we had it. Because like people trash on Dying Light 2 for not getting a lot of the old Dying Light things right, like the day and night cycle. But nobody appreciates how polished Dying Light 2 became over the years after clear support from the developers. Like nobody mentions that, right? Like we got Dying Light the Beast. So this is the first thing I'm gonna show you is a good point. It's not one of the game's weak points. This is one of the game's good points that it presents itself very good. Here, I am showcasing you the shadows, the in-game shadows. So the in-game shadows, highest setting is called high, is very good. The shadowing system of the game, rasterized shadowing system, is extremely good. I have never seen, and now I'm going to be 100% for real with you guys, I have never seen a better rasterized shadow system in a video game. Not even in Ark. I mean, the one in Ark of Evolved and Ascended is trash, and Ascended uses Unreal Engine 5 virtual shadow maps, and they're laggy as hell. Here, look at how well the game manages to get shadow information from these things here. They're actually dynamic in game, but there's a screenshot you can't tell. So like we look at these like pieces of cloth hanging from like this string thing, which by the way I think is hanging in the sky. Hold on. What the fuck's happening here? Yeah, all right. It's hanging in the okay. Yeah, so you know, as much as I like defending this game, it's little stuff like this that just makes you want to just die inside, you know? I mean, you're not noticing this when you're playing the game, but, like, I have to circle this. This is insane, guys, okay? This shit's clipping through, right? It's not really cool, but we're gonna focus on this side of the screen, right? So these very well projected rasterized shadows. I mean, if you ignore this thing that's hanging in the sky, makes no sense. I mean, yeah, the game's pretty good in that regard. Okay, next thing I want to show you. The fuck's this? Okay, no, that's nighttime. This is an example of not great, but good textures for an open world game. Because they're pretty soft up close. But it's an example of like okayish textures. Here again, not great. They're not 4096 x 4096 texture format textures. But you can't really have that in a game and not have it like use a bunch of VRAM when it's not an arena based game. Because it's like an open world, use a lot of memory. For me here, it was using around 8 gigabytes. I have 16 gigabytes. I have an RX 7800 XT. Doesn't affect me, but you know it would have affected a lot of people. If the game maxed out uses around 8 gigabytes of memory, that's very good. And this is with Xbox background recordings enabled. So like without recordings, it would only, your VRAM would only allocate like around 7.6 gigabytes. On like AMD, Nvidia would be like a gigabyte less, because we all know AMD GPUs use a gigabyte more of VRAM for no apparent reason. Probably something to do with texture compression anyway. So like on Nvidia it would be 6.6 gigabytes, like 7 gigabytes of VRAM from game maxed out, which is very good in a modern game. So that's good texture, not great. There's an example of good texture, not great. Why? Why is this good texture? Like, you look at this, you're like, oh my god, look at how well textured this is, right? Well, this is it up close. It looks fucking trash. I mean, we all talk bad about Unreal Engine 5 titles, because you can even, and I'm sorry, I'm getting some of my words wrong, and like, I might mumble here and there. It's because I'm sick today, guys. So, yeah, just ignore that. I'm sick. Just wanted to make this video. I'm very sick. Actually, I don't feel well at all. So, like, look. I mean, this is very soft. Not crisp. Don't like it. It's very low texture resolution. Here, example of very well done texture. Like, I have no idea how these developers get some textures good, some textures bad. I don't understand. Like, look at this. I think what's happening is the badly textured stuff, I think, is mostly imported straight from Dying Light 2, and they didn't up texture resolution. And like, this is like a new texture that they made for it. Like, that's why it looks good. It was something like the blood thing, but like, it's alright. I'm not gonna trash on that. And here's another thing I don't like about this game. I want you guys to look at this. This is while you're ledge grabbing in game, right? This happens with every single ledge grab in the game. Where is Crane grabbing onto? This was not an issue in the first Dying Light game. I think this was a slight issue in the second game. And like, how do you get these things wrong? I mean, the game's about parkour. Look at his fingers. His finger placement makes no fucking sense. That's not how you'd ledge grab in real life. Like, look, his fingers are like in mid-air. What is he grabbing onto? Can we like see this, guys? Can we analyze? Like, look, what is he grabbing onto? Why are his fingers floating? Maxed out settings, by the way, guys. I mean, that wouldn't affect anything, because that's an issue with how they did the fucking animations, and like the hand placement is not that good. And here are clips I have to show you. Wait, hold on. Let me find a good clip. Right from here. This is the parkour. Video I did of me just parkouring around for a bit. I did it like kind of cinematic wise, because normally I parkour a lot faster than this, of course. The video frame rate is pretty low because I recorded with Xbox Game Bar. I don't like using OBS. I can't find good OBS settings. I use AV1 codec to encode my videos in AV1. They don't really turn out well. This is like, seems because this runs at a lower bit rate, which like kind of sucks. So, what I don't like in this video, like, yeah, Windows Playback is kind of bugged with these codecs. But what I don't like about this is, let's look at the distant LODs in game for a second here. Can I edit this? Nah, it makes me go in Clipshow. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go in my editing software either. So we'll just look at it like this. Look at the distant LODs. Do you guys see how bad that shit is? Look. The distant LODs make the game look cartoonish. This game would have actually looked good if it had good distant LODs, but it doesn't. The fucking distant LODs are so bad. Look at the mountains in the distance. There's no detail. It makes the game look like a Tattletale game. You know, the Tattletale, the Walking Dead series, it looks kind of like that a bit. In the distance, not up close. I don't want people to say, oh my god, you played the game cartoonish, right? I mean, Dying Light 2 was cartoonish. This is again, and this these are the following videos I'm going to show you are showcasing the really well done shadowing system for rasterized visuals. Here, if we can skip past that. Right, so starting right here. Look at how the shadows. Look how the shadows project themselves on the ledge, and then on Kyle Crane's character. You see that? While he's like moving his hand. This for rasterized shadows is insane. Like the shadowing system of the engine is actually very good. I have never seen, and I'll show you some more examples so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This, see how soft the shadows are? Because here, the shadows are coming from distant trees, so they're supposed to be very soft. The trees are distant. And usually you only get this quality with ray trace shadows, right? Actually, no. I think ray trace shadows in that particular case have been a little bit more soft than that, but whatever. Especially for RT shadows, which is DirectX ray tracing, or the ray tracing, which was actually developed by NVIDIA. Why it runs better than NVIDIA because of the RT cores. This is so cool. System. People like it. Right, war system is like all right. Doesn't compare to Dead Island 2's, but like Dead Island 2 is a special case. We're not gonna really compare that. Like, look at the shadowing system, very good. Again, this, yeah, these are not that good, but for rasterized shadows, these are good. So here, what's happening? The sun is setting, right? And as it sets, because less of the sun is above the horizon line here, which is covered by mountains, right? Less visible. The shadows are replacing themselves in the world, right? Reprojecting. And look how the shadows move up. I mean, these are very soft. If you had RT shadows here, there's like distant, like over, like, see how the contrast is different? It wouldn't have been the case, but these are rasterized. We'll cut it off because I'll show you guys how other games deal with these. With this, I mean, I'm not going to show you, but I'll explain it. So basically, in other games, the shadows are lagging. They're skipping frames. Basically, in Ark's case, other game. But here, they're very fluid and they move from bottom. They move from below. Very good system again. Very much enjoyed it. For rasterized shadows. Here I was finding volatile. Again, the texture there on the bricks good. The texture on the other stuff pretty soft. Random volatile. That's not really good in this game. I mean, volatile hunting is a lot better in the first game. But, I mean, I guess I wouldn't compare it to Diamond 2. Here, I'll be showcasing how bad, how terrible cube maps are in this game, and why this game really needs ray trace specular lighting. We don't care about ray trace shadows. The shadows pretty good, right? We don't care about ray traced, so we don't care about direct lighting. Fuck that. Light shafts are pretty good, even though you can't really see them. There are some very specific moments when you do get to see light shaft. This game doesn't really showcase light shafts that well. Probably when the RT thing drops, it will have a lot more light shaft. So we don't care about RT direct lighting. We don't care about RTAO, ray trace ambient occlusion. We don't care about what else is there? Ray trace global illumination. Even though, like, the global illumination in this game is actually pretty bad. People say, oh my god, it's good. Well, first of all, the color palette's fucked in this game. HDR doesn't work. I have an HDR monitor, right? The colors representing on the screen are fucked. They're bad. It looks over contrasty. Here we got color aberration to make things chromatic aberration, not color aberration. My bad. Sorry for that. So this is chromatic aberration. Looks fucking terrible. Like I saw a video of a guy just being like, "Oh my god, the HDR actually looks very good in this game. This game is good." Like I don't doubt it, but he was playing on a console. More than likely, he did that on a console because on PC, HDR is absolutely bugged in this game. You cannot just get it working right. You just can't. It's bugged. You're very weird on OLEDs, like overly dark. You can't even see anything at night. Here, look at how bad that. So what's wrong with this cube map? It's supposed to. So the cube map is supposed to reflect the railing here, right? Going from that building to that building, right? Look how it reflects it. It doesn't reflect each like rail in particular. It's just a blob of like weird shapes. You see that? And like it keeps moving. I don't know why it changes. I don't know why the cube map changes. See? It goes from there to there. Now, what this looks like to me is that they combine multiple cube maps. You're only supposed to have like one cube map being represented. So like you have 6 sides to a cube, right? That'd be the cube map and the under map. Or like the cube map vision of the map, right? Like it would use the cube map in the cube map world. We use the 6 sides of like the cube. Here they're changing, like the cube map's changing. So like what I think they did here is that for cube map reflection, right? I think it uses multiple cube maps instead of like a single cube map with 6 sides. I think it uses like multiple, at least like 2 or 3. So like that's why it changed. That's you don't do that. Why is it combining multiple cube maps whenever you're like moving? And like it also has the like effect from Source Engine. If you guys work with cube maps in the Source Engine, you know how like the farther you go away, so like the further you go away from the center of the map you're making in Source Engine, the more elongated cube maps reflect. It's so weird, right? Like here, terrible, just terrible cube maps, and like people praise this game.
Position! Retreat! Now!
I beat this game on brutal difficulty since the game dropped without doing any side quests. It was a terrible experience because this game has the same skill system for 992, but it's like worse, like a bit like difficult. But I got through it because I'm a Dark Souls player. Don't really much care about it.
I'll be waiting for you.
I just play them with the hardest difficulty. I don't care if it's too hard. There's nothing so too hard. Here is a very great example of great shadow mapping. Look at how well this engine manages to shadow map its world. Like the shadow mapping is very good. Shadow maps are insane. I mean, look here and how the shadows overlay, like it overlays over the other shadow, like when it's moving in the wind. It's like that's so fucking good. Like they got the shadows so good. Again, here I was showing the little vegetation moving in the background, and like it project the shadows correctly here. You see, with the right softness, which is like near perfect ray tracing. Here again, look at the trees there, and look at the shadow maps, like how it projects onto the wall. It's so fucking well done. This is insane. Please ignore that. Oh, I have this one to show a bug. There's a bug. Whenever you grapple enemies, when blood gushes out from you hitting them with the grapple, there's some like weird blood decal calculations going on in the game, because like the blood, like the decal basically doesn't place itself on the texture directly for like a split second. It stays in the shot. Sorry for that, I'm sick. Right, look. So that, I want you guys to look here. Can, do very slow motion. I noticed this while I was playing. See? The decal appears out of nowhere because you hit the enemy with a grapple. It calculates the blood has to gush out right there. It spawns in, and then it calculates the softness of the blood, like the area it's supposed to cover. Like where it's supposed to be more blood, and where it's, like it calculates from the spot, and then like it's not fast enough. See that? Okay, this actually needs to be. It's quite an issue if you use the grapple a lot in the game. It needs to be fixed, right? Like, these were my concerns with the game. I believe many textures are low resolution. We need higher resolution textures. Maybe drop a texture pack for 12GB GPUs and above. I would very well enjoy that. If that was the case. Because usually, like, Ubisoft does that with their games like Far Cry. But in Ubisoft case, that's really improved textures all around. Like, textures start off pretty horrible. These games are pretty good. So, like, a texture pack would kind of make it better. So, like, developers, if you watch this, or if you guys share this to the developers, or, like, I don't know, if this gets around the developers in any way, make an optional texture pack for 12GB and above GPUs. That first. Second, fix blood decals, fix Crane's weird ledge grabbing. Because, like, his hand placement, his finger placement makes no sense. I showed you guys already that it doesn't make any sense at all. And other things, what else can they fix about this game? They already fixed the zombie grabbing. Not really an issue new. The difficulty feels a little too hard if you don't level scale. According if you don't do side quests, especially the last mission is pretty tough. Took me a while because I was very underleveled when I did it on Brutal. The attacks are pretty fair, pretty Dark Souls-like, very improved from Dying Light 1. Improved from Dying Light 2 as well, kind of. People ask for a higher FOV option. They're dumb. You can change that yourself in the settings document of the game, which tells the game which settings to boot up with. So, like, yeah, not needed. Also, I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, the reason why the developers didn't offer a higher default, like, FOV value is, like, you're gonna realize dodging becomes pretty impossible at high FOV because there's, like, a difference. You have to adjust for, like, the distance between you and the enemy. It's very weird. And, yeah, when ray tracing drops for the game, for shadows, not really going to be that big of a difference. It will fix the outer lines and, like, the contrast issue with shadows right now. Because, like, the shadow mapping is not perfect, right? So it's not ray tracing quality because it can't be. But it's pretty good for rasterized shadow mapping technique. I really like it. And we need RT specular lighting because the cube maps are just terrible. Developers suck at making cube maps. They have no idea how to make cube maps. The cube maps in Dying Light 1 were very good. I don't know why they downgraded them in this game. I don't know why that happened, why they bugged out. But developers, I mean, these developers clearly do not know how to make cube maps. So we need ray trace specular lighting. Besides SSR, because, like, SSR, I mean, yeah, the game uses SSR, but, like, SSR is very accurate because it just flips the image upside down, right? And just reflects it, like, of course, like, cube maps, and they don't know how to make them. Like, come on. $1 million I don't even know if Techlane is a billion. I think it's $1 billion company, right? Like, $1 billion company don't know how to make cube maps. Like, come on. I could have made better cube maps myself. I mean, I don't know if I could have made it in their engine. Maybe their engine is a bit more different and old. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, these were my concerns with the game. Basically presenting to you guys the good points, the weak points of the game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys don't go in the comments and start attacking me for trashing on the game. Again, I'm not trashing. I'm trying to prove a point here. The game's not perfect. People praise it to be perfect when it's not. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a video game, but still. Would have, like here, like my wallpaper is a Days Gone, right? Days Gone is one of my favorite games. The studio that made this fought all odds, implementing a bunch of their own proprietary technologies into Unreal Engine 4 through extensions, right? And managed to get a very good ambient occlusion system that was not possible in Unreal Engine 4 without affecting performance a lot, so the game could run on PS4. Runs very well. I have not played a remaster because I'm not gonna pay $10 just to upgrade to like I saw like they changed the color grading and everything. I'll just play the default game, and like it's very good. Did not need a remaster. This game, like Days Gone, looks very, very good. Like it's one of my favorite games. I like it. Everything about it is just great. Like Days Gone is an example of a perfect game. People didn't like it when it released. I have no idea why. I mean, it probably had a lot of issues on the PS4, but like on PC, this game is very fucking good. I'm telling you. Anyway, that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys some other time. Peace.